I'm in full kit for this video. In another video, I talk about everything that you need on your body, but for this video, we're gonna talk about everything that you need on your bike, equipment-wise. Now, there is a lot of equipment that you can have. This is kind of like what everybody should use, or a good guide, rule of thumb, especially if you are new to the sport of cycling. This is a great place to start for the equipment that you need for the ride. Now, this is a friend's bike that I'm currently working on, so it's gonna serve as a good example to run through everything that you need on the bike. So first up, this is a road bike. It has drop handlebars on it. There are no extensions here called tri-extensions. Those are not allowed in this style of ride, but you want a road bike. You can also use a gravel bike. In a different video, I'll go into that. But this is a road bike with drop bars. You can see it has the two brake hoods here, which also contain the levers for shifting. This bike allows for water bottle mounts here, and you can tuck a saddlebag under here, which I'll get to in a second. This bike has the basics of a road bike. It has tires on it. It has brakes, both front and rear, has a chain, a derailleur in the back, derailleur in the front. You have two hoods up at the very front of the bike that control the shifters. It does not have pedals though. I'm working on it. He just has the pedals at home, but a bike would also have pedals on it. So aside from the bike itself, what else can you add to the bike for safety? Now, a lot of this is going to be for training purposes because you could be alone without friends. Day of the event, this isn't going to be as necessary, all of these things, but you can still carry them for sure. I would recommend them when you are out by yourself, cycling alone, your reasons. First up is a saddlebag. So a saddlebag sits right here underneath the saddle. In a saddlebag, you are going to have some tools for repairing a flat tire or fixing any little thing on your bike. I keep my saddlebag pretty minimal because if I can't fix it with these tools, it's probably too big of a fix to fix on the side of the road, and I call my wife to come pick me up. So I have a spare tube, wrap it in some saran wrap just to help protect it a little bit. It's a nice little trick. This is press and seal, not saran wrap, but same thing. I also have an air tag in here so my wife can track me. No, I don't have an iPhone, I have Android, so I have an air tag in here so my wife can track me. But I have a little patch kit to patch tubes, tubeless. There's different things. You don't need a patch kit. You would want, it's called a plug basically, and it's kind of like a dart. You stick this dart into the tire, fills it with some rubber, helps seal it. Hopefully you wouldn't have to actually seal it because the sealant inside would hopefully seal it. But even if you're riding tubeless, I would say bring a tube with, like, just in case. You never know what's gonna happen. So a little patch kit, a tiny flat little multi-tool in there. It has some Allen heads on it. It has some screwdrivers on it. You can see up close. This is gonna help you fix anything on the bike. When it comes to Allen keys, you're gonna be in the European sizing, not the US sizing. 4, 5, and 6 are the three main Allen key heads that you will need on a bike. Basically, every bolt on your bike is a 4, 5, or a 6. There's times where that is not true, but mainly that's what you're gonna need. Basically, every multi-tool is gonna have 4, 5, and 6 on there. It's gonna have a flathead screwdriver on there, and then what's called a Torx key, which is like the star head if you have that on your bike. Tires off. You have a little tire lever in there. Lastly, you can put some money in here, and there's a whole range of tools and stuff that you can put in a saddlebag. That is just what I carry. If you have a flat tire, you also need to inflate your tire afterwards. This is a little hand bike pump where part comes out, you attach this to the tire, and then you hand pump it up. You can also do CO2 cartridges. I would recommend, if you are doing a CO2 cartridge, a bit of duct tape around that CO2 cartridge, because it can get very cold when you go to twist it on and the tire inflates. Put a little bit of duct tape on there and it protects your fingers. So if you are gonna do a CO2 as well, you need a head nozzle on there that'll fit onto your tire valve. And these are Presta tire valves. We have Presta tire valves on your bike, on this style of bike. Your big safety features on a bike are lights. Now this is going to be your rear light. This is just a very basic one that you can buy on Amazon. I have a couple different modes. This is just so cars can see you when you are out on the road. Different settings. This is a front headlight, which a lot of people like running these, even in the daytime. It's not just for nighttime riding. I'm gonna flash this into here to see how bright that is. So this is gonna have a couple different settings of brightness, plus it's going to have a running day mode, where if you can see this, it's going to flash on my hand. So the two options for lights, They're a very good idea to run. Usually the back one you're gonna put here on your seat post, and the front one you were gonna put up on your handlebars somewhere. You can also get a cycling camera. Those are becoming way more popular today, where you have a camera on the front. It basically is a dash cam that's going to record if you fall, and therefore you have proof of if you get hit by anything. So it can be another level of safety. It acts like a dash cam. Think of it like a dash cam. That's what those cameras are meant to do. Bike does not have pedals on it, but my friend would be riding something like this. This is a road pedal. This is a mountain bike pedal. In the video where I talked about things on your body, we go into depth about shoes. This is going to be pedal specific, but know that you need road shoes for a road pedal, mountain bike shoes for a mountain bike pedal. So let's go over road ones first. Road ones they usually position like this. So you go to clip in and it sits like that all the time. So it's easy to clip in, but it only clips in on one side, where mountain bike, you clip in on both sides. Now, a road one is going to give you a bigger surface area to push down on. You can feel it. Is it necessary? By no means. No, you're gonna be able to put out the same amount of power regardless of the size of it. But I do love the way a road one feels. They are going to be lighter than your mountain bike counterpart. Plus they are made of a different material, so they are not as durable as mountain bike pedals. Mountain bike pedals, they are basically metal. They can withstand a lot of abuse, let me tell you. That is why they are for mountain biking, and the mountain bike cleat is also metal compared to a road bike cleat, which is going to be a soft plastic. Now, you can put out the same amount of power. I use this when I am off-road biking, like gravel or mountain bike, but I recommend a lot of people do this for road as well, because I think it's easier to clip into, especially if you're getting into the sport. I think this is an easier pedal to get in and out of. Because let's face it, clipping your feet in is scary the first time. We've all fallen. I've fallen. It's probably gonna happen to you if you're new to the sport, but it's okay. You'll get used to it very quickly, and I think this is the easier way to get used to it. Plus, mountain bike shoes have cleats on them. I shouldn't say cleats, they have like rubber cleats around the outside of the shoe that make it really easy to walk in. So again, that's another feature that I think beginners into the sport can really benefit from. Lastly, I do want to touch on this style of pedal. This is going to be a double-sided pedal that is flat on one side and has a mountain bike clip-in on the other side. A lot of people new to the sport use this as well because they have one bike and they want to ride flat, tennis shoes on there, plus they want to be able to clip in. So this is an option as well if you're looking for pedals to buy. So that is everything that you need on the bike in order to complete this ride.